Sharpal, and today I want to start by asking you a question.
Okay. So, hello everyone. I'm Sweta Samota, best-selling author, story and publishing coach, marathoner, and a change maker.
So let me also mention ma'am is also a techie. She is BE in computers and MBA in marketing. Ma'am is also a fitness enthusiast. She likes traveling, dancing, and painting. She's also the author to some of the best-selling books like Nine, The Story World, Kiss of True Love, and also Radha in a Jinx. So, firstly, thank you so much for being with us today, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Rutuja, for having me here.
So, on this note, I want to start with one of my favorite lines. A beginning is always a new beginning, irrespective of whether it is second, third, or fourth. So, the 10th and 12th grade results are already out, especially in our country, these are considered as milestones. Um, so, choosing the right careers has always been a difficult task. Little do we realize that it's never about right or wrong, but it's always about happiness and satisfaction at the end of the day. So, I'm very sure that you also must have been through this phase and where you had options and you had to choose one. So, can you tell us a little more about that phase of your life?
When I was in 10th and 12th standard, I had no idea, what I wanted to do because it's always so many voices around us that engineering is good, medicine is good. Okay, you take this branch. In 10th standard, I was a merit student, so it was not difficult for me to get admission in any college, any field. Okay. Even in 12th standard, I had got to 100% in physics, chemistry, and mathematics. So I was a topper in Maharashtra. So, I had a different problem. I had all options open for me, and every college was ready to take me. It was now up to me what to take. Uh, Most of my friends, they had opted either engineering or medicine. Okay. And to me also at that time when I was in 12th standard, I wanted to do something, it's that, love for the country. I wanted to do something for the country, but I didn't know, what part to take. So that time I wanted to be an IAS officer. So I thought that, engineering is the option. Okay, I'll take engineering, study for UPSC exams during my engineering. And that is the path I wanted to take in 12th standard. In 10th standard, or 10th, 12th, clear it was clear for me that I wanted to take UPSC exams. Whereas in engineering days, I started looking at my seniors, and so obviously I was studying for UPSC, but not to that extent, the level of work that is required for UPSC. But again, I was too good during my college days, and I had got 3 job offers in final year. And suddenly, when you are doing these things, I mean, 10, 12, everything is around money. Yes. That you have to earn, that you have to, get a job, you have to be independent, financially independent. So I took up a job and, never realized, never thought about what I really wanted to do that time. But, things changed during the journey. After 12 years in the software industry, then again, I was looking at what others were doing. Somebody, so I was always looking at people who were above me, right? We always do that. Yes. That, they have achieved this much through this path, even I will do that. So I quit my job and I started my own startup. Had 2 business ideas. So working on business ideas, it was not new for me. For 12 years also in software industry, me and my husband were, trying different business ideas. Even in my college days, I was submitting business plans. So, business plan competitions are there. You develop things. And so, yeah. So it was in me in my college days as well. So I quit my job and started my startup. And we implemented multiple products, but that didn't work out. Okay? And fortunately or unfortunately, our startup, whatever we had planned, it didn't work out the way it was supposed to do. And it was like I had burned my hands, burned my hard-earned money, and yeah, I had quit my high-paying software job. That time I realized that should I go back to my job because the startup was not working, or should I do something, something else which I really wanted to do. And that time I thought, took a break from everything and just did what I love to do. So I loved reading. Okay. Right from my childhood, my passion for books has been always and always growing. In fact, I was so bookish. I mean, my love for books was so much that I was actually called bookworm in school and in college. Yeah, I was always with my head was always in books. So I went back to books after taking a break, okay, from software career and from a startup. And that's when I realized, after reading like for a year, just reading, and I'm a voracious reader. Kind of, I read a book a day. That kind of committed I am to reading. So writing happened quite naturally to me. After reading a lot of books, I thought that I want to try my hand. So I had published an academic book in 2007-8 during my software career. Okay. And a book of poetry I had written in ninth standard, when I was in ninth standard. So it wasn't something that it came out of blues that I want to become an author. It happened quite naturally through years, and I realized, so whatever you take, it takes time. That is what I've learned through my journey, and it's that satisfaction I've got now from my books, and by reading and by writing them. It's a different thing altogether to create things. So you can say that my passion is in creating new things every other day, and that's what I'd been missing in job, that I was not creating something. It was like I was fixing some bugs. I was creating new software as well, but whenever that software creation was over, it would give me an emptiness that I'm not doing anything. So now, being an author, I'm independent, and I have that independent mind, and I want to keep creating stuff every new day. So that's my passion of reading, writing, creating stuff. Yes, so that's how my journey has been. That failure probably is a stepping stone to my success today. If I wouldn't have failed, you wouldn't have found me as an author. Probably I would have been a CEO of a successful startup probably. So yes, so everything happens for a reason, I think.
That's really great to hear. So, you mentioned that you were passionate about reading. So, I want to ask you, how do you define passion? What does passion mean to you?
Passion is like, you don't get bored of doing it. Plus, whatever be the time, how time goes in doing that thing, you don't realize, and you don't want to do anything else but just that thing. So when I read, it's like my parents, my family members, my husband, my daughter is like, you are married to the book. Okay, it's like that. So I'm married to my passion. So that kind of love you have for it, and you don't get, it's like with time the love doesn't fade. In fact, it just grows with time. That is what is passion.
So, ma'am, my next question to you is it possible to keep doing your full time job and still pursue your passion? Because you mentioned that there's a lot of time that is invested and you don't really realize that you are dedicating so much of time. So, is it possible to balance both of them?
Actually, it totally depends what kind of job you are doing. Now, these days, the jobs are really demanding. If you can balance it, and plus also understand you have a family and social life as well. So, giving time to your passion, your family and social life, personal life, and then job, it's like too much to take. But yes, it is possible by giving small time, maybe half an hour to 1 hour. It then all boils down to discipline, and plus how well you can balance everything. It is possible, but it is difficult to do that. Or maybe you can dedicate time to your passion only on the weekends when you have a lot of time. Then you can just catch up with your passion. And many people are doing it. It's like, very few people have the privilege of following their passion. Very few people. And probably, I'm one of them, the lucky, the blessed one who has the support of the family, that, who could take that leap of faith because the family supported it. Plus I didn't have that compulsion of earning because my husband was taking care of it, and I had the liberty of taking a break altogether and deciding, what passion, what field I need to take and want to take. So if some of you or any of you are thinking of, finding out what is my passion, probably you will not find it unless you burn some bridges. That's what I have seen from my experience. You think that it is your passion, probably it's just your hobby, it's not your passion. So you need to actually find that out, and probably you'll find it out only when you spend more time, with your things that you think that they are they are your passion. And once you know that, then the job is really not necessary, and you can make a very good living out of your passion. You will have one more thing added to your passion. Okay, possible that you are just expanding instead of focusing on one certain thing. It is possible that you'll add list things to your list of passion. Possible, but deleting something from your passion, probably then it was not in your list of passion. Probably it was just a hobby then.
That's quite true. And when did you realize that your full time job wasn't the thing that you wanted to do?
Okay, so 12 years in the industry, and I was doing the job, but I wasn't getting that satisfaction, that feeling of satisfaction. Plus, it was like a drag for me every day to report to the office and doing the stuff that I wasn't enjoying to do. So that's when, it was like it took me a year to take a decision. I used to tell every day to my husband, I don't want to do this. Okay. Even if it was a very good technology and very good work, but I wasn't enjoying it. So it took time for me to take that decision. But yes, that's when, when that satisfaction was not coming out of the job, that time I decided that I want to do something else. And from job, I took up another step of a startup instead of going, to my passion. I did a startup first.
That's really interesting. So, I also want to talk about the financial aspect of it because you were serving a high paying job, you were paid really well in a stable field, and then you take this decision of shifting to your passion and taking it up as your career. So, can you tell us a little more about that aspect of it?
Yes, a very good question, Rutuja, that, people don't realize. They quickly make the transition from, a stable career to something they haven't worked before, and they realize, oh shit, I am in a problem because, I'm not getting paid. Understand that to get income from any new thing, it will take time, be it writing, be it any other career, be it arts, be it comedy, be a stand-up comedian, be it, becoming an influencer, earning from your YouTube channel, everything will take time. Okay. So there are two things that needs to be done. One is consistency. Whatever you feel you choose, you have to be consistent there, and you have to plan well. And it will take around 3 to 4 years to actually start making very good amount of money. So I would say that it was my best decision to leave my job, because now I am in a state where I'm making much more than what I used to make in my job. So understand that job is where you are working for someone else, and it's like when you are not going to work, it's not going to pay you. And when you start building something of your own, You are the owner of that, okay, and it's going to pay you, much more than a job. It makes more sense to do something on your own.
I totally agree on this. So, there might have been so many challenges that you faced. So, what were some of those initial challenges that you faced at the very beginning of this transition?
So, Rutuja, obviously, when anyone is starting, when even I started, I didn't know how do you promote a book. So when my first book was released, my initial goal was just to write and publish that book. Okay, I had no idea how do you promote, how do you market the book. I learned for 2 years, okay, from different authors, from my own, exploration, that this is how you make money, this is how you sell your books. So my fourth book, actually, then from fourth book, I picked it up. My fourth book is multiple times bestseller on Amazon, and now it's like you have to just tell name of the book, and they know, it's one of the bestsellers. So it takes time, and 2 years is very less. Okay, some people take more than that. Some people don't even know how do you sell the book. So it's totally up to you how you are going to learn.
No, no,
So
I can.
financial challenges in the initial 2 years will be there. So be prepared for that when you do any switch. It is like you're building your foundation in the first 2 years, and it's going to then it is going to go like a rocket.
Okay, so there might have been so many opinions coming to you, like maybe you should think about it, because computers back then and even today, it's such a growing and demanding
Yes.
field. So, leaving a high paying job and a stable job for pursuing your passion, or doing something that you're not really sure about it, like if it's going to work for you or not. So there might have been these opinions around you. So how did you tackle them and how did you deal with all of them?
Okay. So, Rutuja, I'm quite straight-headed in my family. So nobody came to tell me on my face that, probably you should think about it. I don't know if they talked at my back, behind my back about it, but everybody was supportive of my decision, even my husband. So nobody, so I didn't get to hear the opinions that why are you leaving your job, or, you know, probably they had the confidence that whatever I go step into, I'm going to make gold out of it. That kind of confidence I have from I have instilled in my family, that that I didn't face, but it was my own fears and self doubts that I had to face. Okay, even if nobody was talking to me about that, you were already doing well. It was in my head that I was doing really well, and do I really need to take this decision? That fear was there, but one thing was very clear to me was that I didn't want to go to the job. Okay, and I wanted to do something on my own. I wanted to create something, a legacy kind of thing that can give me an exponential growth. So that is why I didn't go back to job. Okay, so because of that one thing, that I wanted to do something on my own, and this is my passion, reading and writing. So I wanted to try my hand. So one more thing I wanted to add is that we are afraid of failures. We think too much about the society. We think too much about our family and friends, and that they will laugh at our failures. Yes, we do. Okay, and that's why we are very afraid to take steps in the right direction. So I had learned from my startup that if I'm not failing enough, I'm not trying enough. So I was prepared for failures. Okay. So after that, I hit with one failure. I was prepared for another failure. Okay. But I didn't fail. But so that's the thing. Whoever wants to try, uh, give yourself the permission to fail. Okay. Don't keep very high expectations out of it, but also realize that what if this turns out to be really big. Okay, so that is that question, what if this is the gold mine. Okay, so that's why I took that decision, that leap, that I don't want to go back to job. See, going job is the safest thing to do. Hello, are you there?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so Yes, so going back to job is safest thing to do, okay, and it is fixed returns. But something which is unexplored, we don't know, what kind of growth it can offer to us. I was really keen to understand that and to know that, and that's why I took that decision. That fear of judgment, fear of failure will be always there, whatever we try. Even if with my sixth book, with my seventh book, okay, with my 10th book, that fear will be always there, whether it will work in the market or not. But that thrill is also there, which is missing in the job, okay? So I'm someone who loves to, do adventure. Some kind of thrill should be there in life. So otherwise, job is you will get thrilled only at appraisal times and only when you have a one-on-one with your boss. Otherwise, it's kind of boring. Or when you bunk. So I have bunked office also in office hours and went out to see movies and all. But then that's no fun. Yeah.
Interesting. So, what was that one turning point for you where you decided that okay, now job isn't the thing that I want to do, and I want to continue uh, with my passion?
Okay, so I would say that we keep getting such opportunities. Every one of us. It's only those who want to seek. I mean, want to take those opportunities and go ahead and explore them. For me, when I was really low in my life, okay, when my startup had failed and I didn't want to go back to the job, and physically and mentally also, I wasn't so well because I was glued to this chair for more than 12 years. So my health, okay, had faced the brunt of my profession. So that's when I took up to running, okay, and that gave me a boost, and it increased my confidence in myself, and confidence and belief and trust and faith in myself that I can do anything. And running gave me enough confidence. And reading also, plus reading biographies, reading experiences of other authors, how they had made so far, that really inspired me. And since I just wanted to try. So I tried this field and it worked. That's what I'm telling you. What if I gave that what if a chance in my life? So, and it has worked.
So let me also mention that ma'am has been the Amazon bestseller author for more than 30 times, which is really an achievement. So congratulations for all that, ma'am.
Thank you, Pooja.
So I want to ask you on this note that is it okay not to have a plan and still come up with something big in life?
Okay, so are you saying that let the destiny take decision for me? And
No, ma'am, I didn't mean that because I believe that destiny doesn't drive everything. You always have to put in effort. So, but I just wanted to ask that is it okay not to have things planned and still expect something big out of it?
so it's like going with the flow. That is what you're asking. Yes. So actually, go with the flow is what has been always told by Osho, that just go with the flow. Uh, yes, things can happen without a plan as well. So when I was in software industry, I had no plan, okay, to become an author. I actually, you would say that I have just gone with the flow. It occurred to me and I worked towards it. I had planned to become, a CEO of a software company. Okay, I had planned to become a founder of a startup. I had planned to have, very successful products, but that didn't work out. But I went with the flow. So you can say that it might work. Now there are two things to it. One thing is that, of course, you should go with the flow. But the second thing is that whatever decision you are taking, you should take with a plan. Okay, the short term decision. I'm not talking about long term, like 10 years from now. No, But at least 1 year from now, if I am doing something, then I should do it with all my time, effort, blood and sweat. Okay. It shouldn't be like कि मैंने पूरा नहीं दिया उसको. I should give 200% to it. And then if I fail, that's fine. Then I wouldn't feel guilty about not giving enough to it. So go with the flow, but whatever you are taking decision, okay, whatever decision you are taking, give it 101% to it. Uh, then, don't care. I mean, then you wouldn't be depressed about whatever result comes through.
So keep planning your next steps.
Short steps, that is what I'm saying, that celebrate. So make short goals, small goals, achieve them, celebrate them. Don't forget to celebrate your small goals. Okay, they're very, very important.
Okay, so what is the final piece of advice that you would give to youngsters that aren't really sure about what they want to do in life?
Okay. So, certain things you would enjoy doing. Okay, find those things. What do you really enjoy? Don't go by what your friends are doing. Okay, go inside and ask yourself, what is it that I enjoy doing it? And then, turn your passion into a profession. Don't go by what the society wants you to do, like, do engineering, do fashion, or do technology, or do medicine. Uh, what is it that you enjoy? What interest you have into? And then you can turn it into a money making machine. You can do it. It's like we are in a different age right now. If that would have been, if you had asked me 10 years back, I wouldn't have answered you this. But now, today, in this generation, you can make money out of anything. So, don't follow what everyone is asking you to do. Follow what your heart is telling you to do. Okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think it has been great. We have always been listening to you, regarding how to write a book or content related to writing and how to start reading. But this is a complete different topic, like we spoke on today.
True.
It was really great hearing all your journey, and it's really inspiring actually because today we are all very confused with whatever we are doing. We just go take everyone is telling, like, go get a degree, get a stable job. That is life goal of so many people out there. But there can be something that you can think out of the box and do it and achieve it. So, and you are a best example of it.
So Rutuja, now we are now in an age where degree is not important. Okay. And there are so many examples where people are making money out of school. Yes. Drop out of school and yeah, you can do it. Whatever passion you have, you don't need a degree for it. You need a lot of learning. So we are in an age of self-learning through internet, through various different courses. You don't have to really get a degree to start earning. Degrees are only for jobs. That is what I would like to say. And of course, I have double degrees, but that's like I'm old school probably. I was too early. But now in this new generation, you all are in an age of self-learning, and you really don't. It's not compulsory to have a degree. You and plus you shouldn't be waiting for 23 years to start something. You can actually start by the age of 14, 15 years of age. Yes. Degree is for your own knowledge. Don't think that you need a degree for a job and earning. Okay, these are two separate things. So start learning and start earning. Degree is for your own knowledge. If at all something goes wrong and you have to go for a job, so it's just like plan B for you.
So thank you so much for being with us today, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time and your valuable opinions. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Rutuja.